Not only is it important for us as an organization, as a school district, to measure what matters through the OKR process that I shared with you, it's also important for us to invest in what matters. And so as we have looked at our journey along with inclusive excellence over the last couple of years, we look always ahead to say, what is the next natural investment that we need to make as a school district to continue the work, to deepen the work? And so today I'm so excited to introduce to you Soroya Smith, who's going to be joining our coaching team. She is going to be joining in the role of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Learning Experience Designer. I know that's a lot to say, but it's focused on the learning in our organization, and it's going to help us with the thing that we do best, and that is build learning experiences for our students. And so, Soroya, I'm so happy to have you here. I'd love for you to share a little bit about who you are and your journey to this point.
Yeah, so I'm Soroya Smith, and I've had the privilege of serving at the Mason Early Childhood Center as a classroom teacher for the last 12 years. And as our district was thinking of how to really support our inclusive excellence work, we as a district created diversity, equity, inclusion leaders for each building. And so I also had a chance to serve alongside other diversity, equity and inclusion leaders in other buildings. And so doing that work just really was fulfilling for personal and professional reasons. I'm also a mom of 4 children, and 3 of them are school age. And when I think about school and I think about the kind of experience I want them to have at school, I want it to be a safe place where they feel valued but also feel challenged appropriately. I want them to be able to form relationships with their classrooms, in their classrooms, with their teachers and their classmates that make them feel like they can take on the world and learn about the world around them. It's really come full circle, really being able to serve and impact the learning experience alongside a strong team that's already in place with Mason. And I just am really excited to be a part of that because I really believe in the work that we do. I believe in the structures that we have in place, and I'm excited about what's next.
Soroya, thanks for sharing a little of your story. You know, it is hard for us to see awesome, amazing teachers leave the classroom to step into these roles, but it's also exciting for us to see the influence and impact that you will have for our district and the way that you will be able to serve and be a resource for our teachers, because the work that we're talking about today and the work that we've been working on for the last year, it's not just your work, but it's work for all of us. And so we're so excited to have you here to inspire, to direct, to instruct, and to help us to be more focused when we build our learning experiences, that we are conscientious, that we are building a safe environment for all students. If you don't mind, share a little bit, why are you excited about this new role for our school district at this time?
Yeah. So thinking about our inclusive excellence journey and our first year of really just developing shared language and identifying kind of where we were in our knowledge of what it is to be inclusive, being a part of that and seeing our staff kind of grow and develop and think of, okay, how can I be proactive in stepping up to bias? So that was our journey the last 2 years, identifying, developing that shared language, and then setting goals for ourselves to create safe environments for our staff and students. And so this year, I'm really excited about this role because, as I said, I've worked alongside colleagues that are doing this work, not just the diversity, equity, inclusion leaders, but we have focus teams in each of our buildings, and they're worker bees. And so I've actually kind of coined myself as an empathetic worker bee that gets to really support the great work that they're doing, because we're usually managing a classroom or serving in whatever learning spaces within our buildings, but then we're doing this work on top of it because it's so important. And so we wanted to work in our hearts, come through the work that we're doing, and I want to be there to support my colleagues and to support our students.